A hidden camera catches Red State University admins admitting how they cleverly disguise DEI agenda. Universities across the country have moved to rename DEI efforts rather than eliminate them. They should be fired immediately the second they get caught, because it's obvious that all they care about is pushing their ideology, and they will fight you tooth and nail. You could outlaw the ideology, and they would just rename it and rebrand it and hide it and keep trying to push it. There's no need to keep employing snakes like this. The second they get caught, fire them immediately and let all the other schools in the area know so they could be blacklisted. Until that happens, we can pretty much assume that every college is going through this. Now, undercover video shows administrators at a North Carolina university detailing how they are continuing their DEI efforts despite state and federal efforts to roll back the policies. It shook things up around here, but fortunately for us, the office is not actually under the DEI office at all, so we're able to keep going. We just switched up our, changed the wording of things. They think they're so clever doing the stuff that we've been pointing out that they're doing for years now, huh? But I guess maybe they have a false sense of security because no one's doing anything about it. Videos taken in August and September of current year -1 came months after the University of North Carolina System Board of Governors voted to essentially ban DEI and focus on institutional neutrality. Now start enforcing it. Michael Eccles, university's office manager and for the Office of Intercultural Engagement, said in the video, the word diversity we've had to change saying diversity to competency. And that they changed inclusion to belonging as well. Yes, Eccles said when asked if he would describe the process as creative naming, using the word cleverly to describe the method. Austin Horn, Assistant Director of Alphabet Soup Programs and Services at the Office of Intercultural Engagement, is also seen in the video going a step further. The Board of Governors did a statute in May, and it was like attacking DEI jobs and restricting some of our language. It was very intentionally vague is what, the way I read it. But it's really leaving it up to you and how each university to kind of think about it in their own way and consider how much they want to open themselves up to litigation. But luckily, there's only been one position that wasn't lost. It was just changed here. And again, this is what we've been talking about from the start. They're not firing anybody. They're just renaming their job titles and transferring them. The undercover journalist then pressed Horn. Just to make sure I understand, so for at least A&T, you've not had you've just changed and maybe got creative with some of the language? And that's all it took, huh? Yes, Horn responded. To get around the legislation, the journalist asked. Well, it's not even to get around the legislation. So what the legislation is, it's giving us a way to say it's 11 rules for what we can and cannot say. Oh, and we're speaking on behalf of the universities. Some universities like Charlotte have taken that and said these positions can't function. And these rules, with these rules in place, we just have to get rid of them. Every other public university has said they can function. We're just going to try and shield ourselves from litigation. So just to appease the politicians, this is common with pretty much all laws, to be honest. They will follow the letter of the law to cover their ass in case of litigation, but they will find every opportunity they can to find a loophole to get around actually following what they're supposed to do. Yes, it's very, very much, it's so vague. Now this part, by the way, this is the politicians' fault. If they pass an intentionally vague law that enables this kind of loophole seeking, they deserve what they get. Maybe remove all the vagueness out of it. Have you considered that option? In another clip, Eccles said it's been a little bit of a challenge, but we're still pushing through and trying to make sure people get what they need. Miller says in another clip towards the end of the video, we don't use DEI anymore. It's kind of hard not to use the word diversity, and then laughs when the journalist says we try not to just to be safe. They haven't stopped spreading the propaganda. They just stopped using the words. If anything, this is them proving that their own attempts to ban words also don't work. Because whenever they ban a word for being offensive or something and we just move to using a different word, this is the same kind of tactics they're using right now. And yet, once they get power again, they're still going to be convinced that they can ban words. And Fox News Digital has reported exclusively on universities this year who appear to be simply rebranding their DI efforts in order to avoid scrutiny. If anything, if they're caught doing this, they should be put under even more intense scrutiny. We need to bring the the microscope on their ass. Like, oh, okay, if you're trying to hide this, what else are you trying to hide? Earlier this year, UNC Asheville severed ties with its dean of students after Fox News reported a video showing her boasting about DI efforts still taking place. But you got to keep it quiet. Yeah, and that implies not talking about it like you just got recorded doing. Now, North Carolina's universities have been captured by law-breaking radicals and they require fundamental reform. Agreed. Any government employee who was caught circumventing laws should never again be allowed to earn a paycheck from taxpayers. Also agreed. And legislature needs to enact a Kansas-style DI ban, which includes both reporting mechanism and actual consequences for those that flout the law. Because otherwise, they're just going to leave it vague on purpose, like these guys have been pointing out, to allow anyone to get around it when they don't want to follow this crap. And didn't Florida pass a law to account for this loophole? I mean, technically, even Orange Man's policy already accounts for the loophole. Because he did put some text in there that specifies that they're also going to go after any replacements or any way they try to hide this. But they actually have to enforce this crap or no one's going to take it seriously.